Hello humans and welcome to Atlas Mega 10 Mondays. It's that time again when we discuss all things Atlas and all things Shin Megami Tensei and everything else in between in the Atlas universe. So sit back, relax, and let's see what we're going to talk about today in the Atlas Mega 10 universe. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised. On today's episode... Hello humans and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. That's right, it's Atlas Mega 10 Monday. And today, I finally added it to my collection. It's Odin Sphere. And guys, I didn't even know this game existed until like 2 years ago when I started collecting Atlas games. And let me tell you, when this game came out, I wouldn't have had the slightest interest in it. I was that closed-minded back in the day when it came to JRPGs. I just wanted no part of them. I preferred very violent games. The gorier, the better. Mostly action, fighting games. You know, that type of stuff. Now, as I've gotten older and I've gotten a better appreciation for what these games are, you know, I really am finding myself playing them more and more and enjoying them on an alternate basis. You know, for example, right now I'm playing Borderlands and switching up to Odin Sphere. And I thought about it today. What is it about Atlas games that make them so different from other games? You know, I always say that video games are art, but this is particularly true for many Atlas games. I'm not going to say all, but the classics, they're like art in multiple ways, you know. Here we can start, of course, with the visuals, but you can hear the music, and it's almost living art. It's an art that you can interact with, right? And many of the themes, many of the storylines pull you in. They're familiar themes, you know, familiar emotions that you can engage with. But most of the time I find myself, and I don't know how it is for you guys, but most of the time I find myself just relaxing with these games. And it depends, you know, what kind of mood I'm in. You know, sometimes I feel like a game like this, other times I feel more like a game like Operation Darkness, you know, and grinding away. And usually when I have to think about things, you know, that's when I would play a game like this, just to kind of clear my head and just feel better in a positive space. And that's what I've noticed about a lot of these soundtracks or the JRPGs. Not necessarily Mega 10, but other series, is that the music is very inspiring, very, how would I say, emotion driven in a lot of places, and I like that, you know, I like that, and the combination of that with a unique art, and then just getting involved in the combat system really just makes me relax for the longest time. Now, let's talk about this game in particular. This game is great, man. I mean, I'm not even going to say that I would have played the game when it came out, even if I did have an appreciation, because back in those days I was buying only things that were on sale. And Atlas games, you know, it's hard for them to come down in price, right? They're that good. People cherish them. I was very lucky to get this in the condition that I did. I mean, the prices aren't up there for this game, but finding them in good condition, you know, in the condition that I have it, mint, you know, that's sometimes a little bit tougher, and you know, people tend to ask for a little bit more, so it's just about pulling the trigger at the right time. This one I got off of eBay, you know. Sometimes you can find great deals on Craigslist, but you have to be vigilant. You have to be checking it constantly because, you know, Atlas games are gone, geez, within 10 hours. Within a day, they'll be gone. You know, I've had things where I'll call for a game in the morning and the guy doesn't want to wait. He wants the money now. And they won't wait for me to get out of work. You know, it's that nuts sometimes. And it's because they're so meaningful and so cherished by people, you know. And sometimes it's just showing people what these games are. And sometimes you can't relate the experiences as well as you might want to try to describe it to somebody. It's not until they play the game, right? And some of my friends are taken back. Let's just say they're taken back for my love of these games, right? Because I'm not the type of person that you would picture liking this type of game, right? I'm more, you know, stereotypical, you know, in a lot of ways when it comes to a man. But this is the type of thing that I like on my own private time. You know, it's almost like it takes off the edge. It gives me some balance. You know, and other times I'll be playing, you know, Fortnite or some other shooter. But I need these, you know, I need these to balance me out, to keep my mind fresh, to relax, and it's, man, and they're such great works of art again. There's nothing that I'm going to say about this game that you don't already know. The reason we're here is because we're Atlas fans, and we like what they produce. If anything, this space is just to, you know, sit back for a couple of minutes and really enjoy our collections and replaying these games, because it's just not about stacking them up. You know, it's just not about, you know, having games just to have games. Games should be played. And that's a beautiful thing about Atlas games. If you have Atlas games in your collection, you play them regardless of when they came out. Because the good ones, man, they just hold up so well. And this is the case with this one here. I could play this game for hours. You know what? And I will. Thank you for joining me for another Atlas Mega 10 Monday. If you don't have a copy of this game, I suggest you get one. Time will run out on all the Atlas games, especially for the, you know, previous generations. Anything from the 4th, 5th, 3rd generation. It's going to become more scarce pretty soon. Disc rot is going to set in. Prices are going to go nuts. So, I'm telling you, there's no better time to start than right now if you like physical media. Alright, humans, don't be afraid to be happy. I will catch you on the next Atlas Mega 10 Monday. Take care. Thank you for joining me on another episode of the Gen X Gamer. Remember to like and subscribe, click the notification bell, and remember, never be afraid to be happy. We'll catch you on the next one. Take care.
様。
グエンドリンか。静かだ。剣撃の響きが遠い。どうやら最後の戦いまで王とご一緒はできぬようです。
諦めてはなりません。
受け取りなさい、グエンドリン。私にはもう不要なものです。槍は敵をなぎ倒し、死体の山を築いた。王は、お父様は褒めてくださるに違いない。
お父様はきっと。
濡れているのは涙。優しい妹。どうか泣かないでおくれ。姉は誇り高く戦士として行くのだから。ここはひどく暗い。グエンドリン、あなたの顔も見えないぐらいに。
姉様、長く寂しい思いはさせません。間もなくおそばに参ります。